Ja, hallo Freunde der Spielkultur, auch auf YouTube. Heute sind wir im Livestream im Mittelalter der Stimme. Wir werden uns heute mal Kingdom Come Deliverance in der aktuellen Beta anschauen. Das Kickstarter-Rollenspiel, was ohne Drachen daherkommt und eine große Hoffnung ist auf dem Markt der Fantasy-RPGs, wo es kein Fantasy gibt. Der natürlich im Moment noch nicht sehr abgegrast ist. Die aktuelle Beta beinhaltet ein Beginn, wo wir schon mitten im Spiel sind und wir können dementsprechend schon mal auswählen, wie unser Charakter sich vorher entwickelt hat. So können wir Jack of all Trades, das ist dann so, Reden ist eine ganz gute Sache, Diplomat ist so ein bisschen Stealth-like oder der Squire, das ist starke Arme und geschärfte Schwerter sind die besten Meinungen, die man vertritt und können halt alle Probleme lösen und das werden wir auf jeden Fall machen jetzt. Weil wir halt das Vorspiel noch nicht machen konnten.
After the kidnapping of the king, chaos and turmoil ruled the land, and our province was no exception. We were overrun by bandits and marauders, and the roads were no longer safe. The most terrible massacre happened at the stud farm in Neuhof, which was raided and torched, and all the horses slaughtered. My liege lord sent his men, led by Sir Robert of Talmberg, to track down the killers and to bring them to justice. I rode with them, but the investigation has been slow and difficult. Whenever I came across some trace of the bandits, someone erased it in the cruelest way imaginable. In the end, though, I got one step ahead of the enemy. I found out one of the bandits was still alive and hiding near Talmberg. But before I set out to track him down, I had to report to Sir Robert.
Faster! In a real fight, you'd be dead already.
Sir.
Ah, Henry. Carry on. Well, lad, have you made any progress with the investigation?
Yes, sir. I think I have at last.
So you've found someone who isn't gutted and nailed to a wall?
It wasn't easy, sir, but I believe I have. I have information about one of the bandits who did it. He's even hiding in a village nearby.
God's blood. It's true the darkest shade is beneath the candlestick. Who is he?
I only know that they call him Riki, and he's from here in Talmberg.
That's it?
You wouldn't believe how much effort it took me to find that out. But I think it's enough to go on.
But what if he's dead too?
I think we'd already know if he was. These fellows are not given to subtlety.
True enough. We haven't found any more mutilated corpses. Well, get on with it then. And when you find him, come and see me. Most likely I'll be in the encampment by Merhoed.
You can rely on me, sir. Farewell.
And be careful, Henry. I know what that rabble did to you. But remember with whom you're dealing. Don't start any foolhardiness on your own. Understood?
I'll try not to, sir.
Oh krass, aber die Performance ist ganz schön am Schlucken. Also meine Grafikkarte brennt. Ist aber natürlich noch die Beta-Phase. Wird natürlich noch eine Performance-Optimierung am Ende kommen. Wenn es mal released wird. Aber aktuell sorgt das ordentlich. So. Aber es ist natürlich, es sieht wunderschön aus. Es war auch schon in der Alpha-Phase wunderschön. Mal gucken. So sieht die Karte aus, da sind wir. Ich denke mal, wo das Q ist, wird unser Quest sein. Machen wir es erstmal auf dem Weg zum Dorf runter. Ich habe die aktuelle Beta noch nicht gespielt. Und ich sehe meine Beine. Oh, guckt, ein moderner Metallzaun sperrt das Gebiet ab, in dem wir uns bewegen dürfen. Naja, besser als zu sagen, da ist eine unsichtbare Wand, wie es in der Alpha noch war. Mal gucken. So, da ist unser Journal. Wir können schon mal ein bisschen sehen, dass man das Pferd ausbauen kann. Beziehungsweise mit Satteln etc. und so weiter. Das sind ja wir. Hat man übrigens gesehen, die Performance ging immer in die Knie, als seine Haare gezeigt wurden. Wir sind schon Level 12, dementsprechend ist natürlich einiges schon passiert. Aber wurde ja gesagt, wir fangen eigentlich mitten im Spiel an. Unsere Ausrüstung finde ich cool vom Stil her. Ein Crafting-Bereich, der ist aber nicht zu erreichen. Dann bewegen wir uns einfach mal zum Quest-Symbol, oder? Boah, aber ohne Scheiß, da kann man den Stream wahrscheinlich gerade schlecht sehen von der Grafik her, aber die ist echt Hammer. Allein die Weitsicht. Das hat man echt noch nicht gesehen, so. Das könnte echt schon gemalt sein. Ich finde auch gut, dass das Pferd separat vom eigentlichen Kopf, von der eigentlichen Kopfbewegung zu steuern ist. So wie ein Panzer. Heidi ho, Bauer! Gehabt euch wohl auf eurer Reise. Ein cooler Steinbruch ohne Steinbrucharbeiter. Ah doch, da vorne sind welche. Sollen wir mal einfach jemand ansprechen, der hier arbeitet? Bevor es zu still wird.
What is it?
Du siehst aus, wenn du arbeitest. What are you about, boy?
Listen, I'm looking for a fellow they call Riki. Do you know him?
You mean Hinek? He's the tanner's son, isn't he?
Any idea where I might find him?
I don't know. Tried his folks' house, but he doesn't spend much time there.
Why do they call Hinek Riki, anyway?
He's a tanner, isn't he? If you're ever downwind of him, you'll see for yourself. Tanning isn't a trade for the weak of stomach.
True enough, but not every courier is given that name.
Well, I'd say it might have something to do with his reputation too.
What can you tell me about the old courier?
As I say, he's as cantankerous as a hog in a thorn bush. He won't talk to anyone.
Ist auch schon krass, dass sie schon so viel vertont haben.
You know this Hinek. Can you tell me something about him?
Not much, I confess. Most of the village folk avoid him like the plague.
Why is that?
Tanners have never been the most sought-after companions. And what's more, he keeps the company of all kinds of knaves. In short, he doesn't have the best reputation.
Don't tell me no one at all talks to him.
Well, he's been seen around with one of them bathhouse wenches. Adela, I believe she's called.
Why has he got such a bad name?
Well, like his old man. He doesn't talk much to anyone. And then he's always skulking off somewhere. I heard he got a taste of the pillory in Rattay for thieving. And in Neuhof he got boozed up in the alehouse with his cronies and they beat up some merchants.
A bit more than high spirits, huh?
Just so. We're all honest folk here. We've no use for the likes of him.
Ja, wo ist denn der Tanner?
Where does the tanner live?
At the very end of the village, go downstream by the creek and it's the last house on the left bank.
Where's the bathhouse?
Right by the fish pond, you can't miss it. There's a big white tent in the courtyard. So, über Riki haben wir alles erfragt.
Tell me something about Talmberg.
I used to be a nice quiet place, then all the trouble started in the country. Of course, sir. Divers don't like to get mixed up in the affairs, so it's still peaceful enough here, for now.
What are you doing here?
Me? I thought I might prattle about, perhaps bake me a cake. Moment, er backt sich wirklich einen Kuchen? Nein, er ist ein Schmied. Ah, sehr schön. Aber wir haben durch ihn erfahren, wo wir eigentlich hin müssen. Na, du süßes Pferd? Du hast auch ein bisschen grauen Star, ne? Ich gehe mal davon aus, dass ein paar Leute Englisch verstehen. Aber wir suchen den Sohn vom Tanner. Tanner ist eine Berufsart. Ich hatte es vorhin noch im Kopf. Ich glaube, es ist der Lederverarbeiter, ne? Der Chat wird mich nachher korrigieren. Oder Gerber, ne? Tennert wäre der Gerger. Ich galoppiere schon. Weil der Chat gerade fragt, kannst du galoppieren? Das wäre das normale... Moment, galoppieren ist das Schnellere dann, ne? Das normale ist dann Trab. Oder umgekehrt. Ich habe jetzt nicht viel mit Pferden zu tun. Auf jeden Fall hängt da ein Fell. Galoppieren ist gleich Sprinten. Danke. Schritt, Trab, Galopp. Jetzt bin ich auch wieder schlauer. Bin schon seit 10 Jahren nicht mehr auf dem Pferd geritten. So, hier scheint das Haus zu sein vom Tennert. Und ja, ich wusste, es hatte was mit Fällen zu tun. Wo bist du, du Schuft? Bist wahrscheinlich der Vater von ihm.
I'm looking for a fellow they call Riki. Have you ever heard tell of him?
Why wouldn't I? That's what they call my son, Hinek.
Aha. You wouldn't happen to know where he is?
I don't know nothing.
Don't you know at least where he usually goes? It's quite important.
Hinek shows up at home once in a blue moon, so I don't know nothing about where he gets to. Even if I did, why would I tell every Tom, Dick, and Harry?
Hinek, he's in trouble.
Your son is about to get into deep shit. I'm trying to find him so I can warn him.
That's nothing new. He's always up to his ears in it.
This time his neck is on the block. He got mixed up with some very unsavory people. I have to find him.
I'm not surprised, but I still can't help you. I don't know where he is.
Okay.
Do you at least know anyone he's friends with or someone he goes to see?
As far as I know, nobody here in the village talks to him.
I heard he's seeing some bathhouse wench.
Maybe. He can't get it for free, so I suppose he's got to go to the baths.
Watch your tongue, peasant. I am an envoy of Sir Rotzik Kobila, and I'm conducting an investigation here. So stop hedging and tell me where your son is, right now.
Sir Radzig's envoy. Sorry, try that on someone else.
Oder?
I'd like to talk to you about your...
I'm very busy, so make it quick.
Look here, fellow. Your son is in a serious scrape, and I'm trying to help him. Your evasions are starting to vex me, and my patience is running out.
Are you threatening me? And I'm supposed to believe that you want to help Hinek?
Believe what you like. I'm concerned about Hinek, but I don't care much what happens to you. Is that clear?
Fuck it. I'm not going to take a beating on account of that good-for-nothing.
So?
There's not much I can do for you anyway. Hinek was here, but he left right away.
Where did he go? You better give me something. You really do not want to waste my time.
Hinek makes some money on the side from poaching. He boasted to me a few times about what a great hideout he found in the woods, but he never told me where it is.
All right. It's not much to go on, but it's better than nothing. Don't you have any clue where his hideout might be?
I really don't know nothing about that. I could tell when he'd come from there is all.
How's that?
'Cause every time he brought some hides for tanning and money.
He had money because he sold the stuff right away?
I suppose he never kept any of his loot here.
Do you know who he sold it to?
Well, I don't really know. But the innkeeper came here now and again and gave him money. Of course, it could have been for meat.
All right. I'll ask at the inn, then. What more do you know?
I don't know. I swear to God Almighty, I don't know. Hinek never told me nothing.
Bloody hell, start using your head or I'll never find Hinek. How much time did he spend away? What was he wearing? How did he look when he came back? Anything!
Well, he came and went at various times. I really don't know. Except maybe one thing. He'd come home scratched with brambles and leaves and shit on him.
So he probably went through thick woods to get to that place.
I reckon. What do I know?
Okay.
What more do you know?
I don't know. I swear to God Almighty, I don't know. Hinek never told me nothing.
I know he didn't talk to you about it, but you must have noticed something, right? How much time did he spend away? What was he wearing? How did he look when he came back? Anything!
Well, he came and went at various times. I really don't know. Except maybe one thing.
So he probably went...
Das kennen wir doch schon. Danke sehr. Du hast mir sehr geholfen, alter Mann. Auf jeden Fall wissen wir jetzt schon mal, dass er irgendwie durch den tiefen Wald gelaufen ist, um dahin zu gehen, wo er hingeht. Und er hat viele Probleme. Und ich bin am besten, wenn ich Leute anschreie. Aber die Karte ist auch einfach geil. Sorry. Aber so eine sauber gezeichnete Karte hat man nicht häufig in Spielen. Lumpenpack. Eines Tages werde ich euer Imperator sein. Dann könnt ihr euch schon mal darauf einstellen, Nachtschichten zu schieben. Und eure Töchter nehme ich auch alle.
Welcome to my shop.
I want to ask about the courier's son Hinek.
Then ask someone else. I have nothing to do with Riki. He'd only drive my customers away.
I heard a different story, though, that the two of you were doing business together.
Who are you, anyway?
A friend of Hinek's. He's gone missing and I need to find him.
I don't know where he is, but if you find him, tell him he still owes me some goods.
I have no time for this. I have to find Hinek, and you are going to help me.
Even if I did know, why the hell would I help you?
This is a nice alehouse you have here. It would be a shame if anything happened to it.
Are you threatening me?
What do you think? So are you going to talk, or do I have to beat it out of you?
Fine. Let's get to the point then.
See now. Where there's a will, there's a way.
I did some deals with Riki, but I swear to God I don't know where he is.
I hear Hinek has a hideout in the woods he uses for hunting game. Do you know where it is?
I don't know exactly. That is, I don't know where it is at all.
But
But I happen to know it's a dark place, a cave or an old mine shaft.
how do you know?
Whenever Riki was going poaching, he always came to me first for candles and lamp oil. He brought the game skinned and gutted, so he had to have light for that.
Ich find's geil, wie ich allen immer die Scheiße rausprügeln will. Sobald sie nicht mit mir zusammenarbeiten.
And do you know the whereabouts of some mine shaft in the area?
I don't know. But a few months ago, the quarrymaster, Sir Rupert, was complaining over his ale here that Lord Divish had saddled him with a hell of a job. He had to check out all the old mine shafts in the area to see what state they were in.
I'll try asking him then. Thanks.
You're welcome.
How much game did he bring you?
Not much. A few pieces. There's no great demand here. Sometimes the gentry has something, otherwise it ends up in sausages.
Where's the tavern? How do I get to the local quarry?
Ja, dafür noch die Vertonung. So, und das da oben ist das Badehaus sein, ne? Und hier oben ist bestimmt der Minenschacht. Ach, mit X kann man auch nochmal selbst einen Checkpoint setzen.